Honeybee's Women Empowerment Show. So today,
Hello.
we are full house today. My name is Maria. I'm one of the honeybees, and this is JoJo Bennington
Our guest,
of
our honorary guest today,
of your company name.
Dare to redefine yourself.
Dare to redefine yourself. How fab. This is the
Yeah,
best.
beautiful. And
it
then-
goes with our, and me, I'm Bettina Steinhauer from Gregarious Joy Show. And I have the wonderful honor of knowing JoJo for a while, and I can't wait that she's our guest
All
today.
right, let's introduce
Go ahead, I'm sorry,
ourselves
and there's
first.
Delores.
And I'm Delores Olsen. I am from Saved by Grace
And Gizzy.
and Gizzy and Frimini.
Yes, welcome viewers. Thank you so much for viewing us. For those who just joined us, this is Honeybee's Women Empowerment Show. What we does is we empower all types, male, female, everybody, kids, adults. We don't discriminate of women only. Like everybody was saying, this is a male bashing show. No, it's not.
Kidding.
Yes, it's
not.
not a male
Because we
bashing
wouldn't be
show.
on it if it was.
Yes,
It's
yes,
not.
it's not a
nothing
male
like that.
bashing show. We love male too, so.
In the fan mail area.
Yeah.
Kidding.
Well, women empowerment and women equality with men is a universal issue. Women empowerment is a term that is used to encourage, inspire, and celebrate women. It is also used to celebrate the strides that women and girls have taken in terms of gender equality, financial independence, and high confidence. How's that, right? Yeah. So we are here. We are women to empower others. We have our commercial commercial that we made, and we actually speak out what we think about women empowerment. So we already have it.
Yeah.
So since we have a guest speaker today, Miss JoJo Bennington, we would like to actually turn. Well, normally we actually talk about how are they going, how are we going.
Well,
and
let's
of
do
course-
that.
We have a
Yeah,
sub-
you wanna do
but
that,
we have
right?
a- But we have a
So-
subject. Our subject today.
Is the women empowerment. We literally our original subject matter today is obesity, but because of some circumstances, it's not gonna happen. I would like to shout out to our friend Dolly on. I hope you're feeling better, honey, and also to Catalina Winehouse. You feel better. Don't worry about this show. Just watch us, all right? But anyways,
There's something going around.
I know.
Greg's sick today too.
Yeah.
It's like
so,
a
but
lot.
anyway,
It's
so
not
let's-
just a
So
24
just so
hour.
you know, I'm also a certified nutritional and wellness
Yes,
consultant.
and I'm
so
gonna
we
have
can
you-
actually chat about obesity if you wanted to.
I'd
No,
like
I,
to.
I would like to
No, I
move it
want to
because
talk about
I would like to
obesity.
have you
Real
back
good.
All
next
about
week.
Okay.
Yeah, next week for the obesity.
Let's do
yes.
that.
But for now, we'll just talk about in general how we empower people.
Okay.
How's that?
Sounds
I-
good.
You know
Sounds
what? I would love to add in because you were talking about how we're not here to male bash.
Yes.
So can I just address that
Yes,
for
go
a second?
ahead. Go ahead.
And so what in the transition from what feminism, see my air quotes, feminism
Mhm.
used to be, which was we felt like we had to take something from someone else in order to empower ourselves. In our new age today, where we stand in our power is to be able to understand how powerful we are on the inside, all the things that we can do, while also empowering our men to be able to be in their position and have the power that they have. I don't have to take anything from that man to make myself more powerful.
I agree.
When we lift
Yeah.
each other up, then everyone gets lifted.
Yes,
That's
exactly. It's almost promote and support one
Absolutely.
another, and that's one of our objective of social media shows. But anyways, before we get actually into a serious conversation,
Yeah, right.
how your week, ladies, going? So how's your weeks?
Amazing.
It's going well. I mean, I feel healthy, wealthy, wise. I'm getting there. Things I'm working on,
That's
and
amazing.
happy to be alive. you know.
Exactly. You know what? You wake up every single day and thank God. Every morning when I wake up, I say, "Thank you, God. Please lead me the right way today." I always say that
Amen.
every single morning. And since we started social media shows, I always put myself positive. Although sometimes you guys feel like I am negative, it's not negative. It is just me being sarcastic.
I speak sarcasm fluently.
Yeah.
I do.
There you go.
I do.
You know, it's not because you're negative. It's more of kind of fun, right? It's more part of your positive thinking. Like, oh, let me joke around with this. It's just okay.
It's a decompressing.
Yeah, it
It
is.
can
It's
decompress
one
you
of
to,
it. Yeah.
I guess, vent.
So
you know?
I'll tell you. Let me
Yeah.
tell you how my
It's
day's
like a
going. You want to know how my day's
Sure.
going?
What did you do?
An hour ago, I was pumping gas, and my friend called me and said, "Hey, can you come be on a show with us in an hour?" And I
First
said,
you said no.
I said no, I don't, because I had a call that I moved. So just
And
so
I
you
said,
guys,
well, if it would
Wendy
be a
and Renee,
miracle.
just so you guys know, sorry, I'm missing your call right now. But
You wait.
But I just
I said, if there's a miracle, you could maybe do
Yeah.
it. Hey, I just thought I'd shoot in the dark. I'm a very spontaneous person. At times I can be, and I think some people should try to do that if they've never.
Let me just acknowledge
you know.
what she said. Everything is, it has to be at the right time, at the right place. When a person says no this time, it doesn't mean that it's no forever.
Right. Yeah. Well, we were
It's not
saying
right
it
now.
should be
It's
later.
not right now.
But then she called me back in a couple minutes. Little
Because I live by a rule that says whenever I could possibly say yes, I do. And
Thank you.
saying
That's
yes
good
to
for
those
doing
things
that.
always opens up
appreciate
doors,
that.
and we never know where we end
Oh,
up.
and by the way,
Right.
can you guys read her T-shirt? Can you stand up so that they can really see it? It's a fast.
It is. It's really nice.
Should, could, would, did.
I
Did.
like
Woo!
Yes, I
Did.
love that.
Love
If
that. That's like just do it, but
could
the new.
you, should you, if you could. Oh no, I had.
It doesn't-
I made a sentence about that, but
Okay,
yeah,
it was
we
bubble.
use that a lot at workplace, so that's the reason why I put them together. So if you could, would you? If you could, would you? Yes, I think that's.
And I
yeah.
did.
Yeah,
So
And
that's
she
right.
did.
Yeah.
Yep, she made it here
Oh,
too.
if
Yeah,
you could, you would. There you go.
Yeah,
Got it.
you
If
would.
you could, you would.
Yeah.
Yes.
I like that.
Yes.
Um,
Anyways,
So
And,
and
my week it was a blessed week, healthy week, as always, and I always blessed to be on the shows and stuff, and working here, and each and every morning I'm the same way. I thank Jesus, the gratitude, to open up the day, thank Him from everything, for even if you had a bad day or whatever, thank Him for that too.
yeah.
That
You know
He
what?
made you through it.
Yeah, there's
help
a
you.
million things around you that is actually negative vibes. If you take or if you absorb those negative things, then it affects you. But if you have that shield, you have that mentality power to be positive every time, you can just shrug your like okay. Some people hate to hear that. Just say okay. For them, it's negative. But for me, it's positive. Okay, meaning I don't actually go with your negativity.
Yeah,
Okay.
there you go.
That's the
like just
that's the-
acknowledging it, but you don't have to subscribe or
Yeah.
buy
Yeah.
into it.
Yeah.
So it doesn't necessarily mean you're buying into it.
In all adversity, there is lesson.
Yep.
That's
You
right.
need to see the
That's
lesson.
right.
Yes. Well, guys, we're gonna be talking
Are you
about more
connecting
about
me?
women
Yeah, that's us
empowerment,
right now.
and on the next segment, we're gonna be talking about
How do you
JoJo's
Hold on a
book
second.
and other things that she's doing, A Journey to Riches. But before that, let me just actually say this. Women empowerment is all about
Sorry.
giving women the power and control of their lives to become
Turn it
anything they want and to do what they want in situations where they were not allowed once upon a time. That was
We have our break
in the
in a couple
old days,
seconds.
right?
Okay.
In the old days. It refers to the creation of an environment for women where they can make decisions of their own for their personal benefits as well as for the society. So I actually prepared I prepared something for you guys to how we empower and why we empower women. Why is it important? So we're gonna be talking about that and a few segments to come. So for now, I would like to before we go to the break, I wanna actually let JoJo introduce herself. What else don't we know about you?
I am the founder of Up Retreats, which is called Unlimited Potential. And
It's a retreat?
It's a women's empowerment
nice.
retreat
That's
where we
fabulous.
bring everybody together.
That
for
She's
the
a
is
weekend.
wellness
beautiful.
mentor. A
And,
wellness
yes,
mentor.
so-
Let her
And so that covers all things. So wellness is not only physical, but it's mental and spiritual, and it encompasses everything. So what we fuel ourselves with every day. So not just our food, because that's our fuel,
Right.
but who we hang out with, who we talk to, who we absorb from, the environment that we're in all the time. So all of those things are fuel for our soul. And so my big passion is helping people transform physically and help them regain their health so they can have quality of life. Because we have so many people who are not living quality lives because of their poor health.
They have no energy.
No
Let me
energy.
ask you this: the quality life. A lot of people, especially here in Las Vegas, they think quality life is enjoying your life to the strip, go and drink every night. I literally just staying at home, doing what I am good at, and stay away from trouble. Although I'm not in big trouble, but a lot of people told me that you're boring, you don't have life. I'm like, my life is this. My life is to empower others. I think I am an instrument of God to touch everybody's lives around the globe. I think that is life to me. So what life do you think that I'm missing?
Right.
So
That's right.
quality of life. So give me a little bit,
It's a
you know,
subjective.
brief. Yes.
So
Very
if
subjective.
I could look at anyone's life and say, well, their life is different than mine, so they don't have quality of life, but that's unfair for me to give that to anyone else. As far as a judgment, everyone, when you're living the life of your passion and you feel like you're living the life that you were put here to do, that's quality no matter what you're
Thank
doing.
you.
So if somebody's
That's
clubbing
right.
and they feel like that's their passion, I'm all
Go
right with
ahead,
that.
yeah,
they should do that clubbing thing,
But
exactly.
they're here and that's
Exactly.
where they're centered, and you know, a lot of times I'm sitting on the phone with somebody who is, you know, in the throes of having some crazy health challenge go on, and coaching them and supporting them is quality of life for me. But I always would like to be on the beach somewhere while I'm
I
doing
love
it,
it,
right?
yeah.
So,
We should go.
but if you
Yeah.
look at what
Santa
quality of
Monica.
life is,
She was just saying yesterday she wants to go to San Juan.
I'm going to Oceanside soon, so we could end of September. All right,
Yeah, let's go.
so here's an example of what when I'm talking physical quality of life. So a gentleman that I was introduced to 7 years now, because today is his 89th birthday. Happy birthday,
Happy
Dick
birthday, Dick Soto.
So when he was 82, he was on his way to the nursing home, thought he was just getting old. That's what was supposed to happen. We're just supposed to go live in the old folks' home, right?
Right.
When we get old, he had oxygen tubes running through his whole house, and he was tripping on them in every room. Like, you couldn't walk through his house without stepping on him. And
Right, I've seen that.
his daughter-in-law found us, and we were able to support him. And so now, fast forward from 82, we have like transition pictures from 83 to 85, 86, 87. I was just with him in April, and you know, you
He
would
looks
never know.
amazing.
It's
He's all
amazing.
vital
Oh
And
my God.
today, on his 89th
Wow.
birthday, his goal was to do 89 push-ups for his 89th birthday. He did
Wow.
it.
Go do it.
Yeah, he did it. I have a video of it. We'll have to
Oh
post it.
my
He
God.
actually
Wow.
did 101.
Hundred-
So that's quality of
Wow,
life.
that is
That's
quality of
amazing.
life. Yeah, that's
Oh,
quality of life. You know, it doesn't matter what you want to do in life to make your life, you know, happy, enjoyable. But you cannot judge others
No.
how
That's
they
right.
actually live their life, because
Sure,
everybody
that's
has
right.
their own way of living the life that you called it.
Right.
Yes.
So my joy comes from helping someone be able to live that life wherever they want to in a healthy body. And I don't care size. We don't talk size. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
if size is you want to chat about that, we can chat about that. But everyone's size is different, right?
Mhm.
So a
That's
lot
right.
of times, especially as women, we look and try to compare ourselves to something that our body could never be.
Yeah.
Right.
And you know, I want to be a size 0, but my body would never be a size 0 ever, unless I was really, really sick. I would not be in a healthy
I want to
state
be
as
at
a
least
size 0.
Right.
size 5. At least size 5.
So-
That's my goal.
Yeah,
so,
you know,
but that's perfect for you because you have this tiny little frame. But for
Right.
me, that's not going to
Yeah.
happen, and that's okay. But to look at you and go, "Well, I wish I could be that,"
Right.
robs my joy. It makes me feel
I love
imperfect
it.
all the time.
See,
right?
yeah.
That comparison takes away the love that I have for myself because
Mhm.
I'm always trying to be someone else. I can never be you.
Yes, and I can never be you.
No, I can never have your
But I love you.
experiences,
I
your
love
life,
you.
your body.
Yeah.
never,
Same
I can
here.
never, right?
Same here. I can't either. You know, I will never be a size. If I be a size 0, oh yeah, I must be sick.
you must
You
be
know, I
sick if you
can't.
were that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
thin.
Hi,
Yeah,
guys.
and-
Somebody
Second.
commented Carter, Elijah, Jerry Springer.
Oh, are we fighting? Are we having a Jerry
No,
Springer
we're
fight? Is that what
not.
we
We're just
more
sharing.
calm than
I'm
that,
hurt by
so,
him.
right?
Let's have
Not
JoJo
yet.
talk about her book too.
Yeah, we're gonna be on the second segment. We're gonna talk.
Oh,
On the second
okay.
segment is all about JoJo, how she empower others with her book, and what she does to the community and to other people, like what she just actually mentioned. The 98, is it 89 or 98 men?
But the 89-year-old.
Oh, my 89-year-old friend.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
And
Yes.
how he progressed, and you have pictures of him
Yeah,
for several
absolutely.
years. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's really great.
Yeah.
I,
Actually, the picture's on my Facebook. You could actually see it right
So
now.
what's your Facebook?
JoJo.
Is you could go right to JoJo Bennington.
Bennington.
I'm very easy to find.
It's JoJo
JoJo.
Bennington.
I found her like
Really easy.
easily,
Yes,
yes.
easy to find.
Oh.
Sorry guys, that was crazy.
Just throw that
I
anywhere.
know, you're right, you're
Anyways,
right.
guys, to all that
Fine
just
earrings.
joined us, this is Honeybees Women Empowerment Show. We empower everybody. It's not only women. It's just because we are women, meaning we don't empower others. All right. So we will be right back on the next segment.
Mhm.
We will be right back on the next segment. I just looking on the. Actually, we had like a lot of a lot of viewers join us. That's why I'm looking on the comments. So I
Nice.
apologize about that. By the way, all right, what am I saying now?
We're gonna
All right,
be back
we're
in
gonna
a
be right back
moment.
on the next segment. So let us pay some bills first.
See you in a bit. Bye.
See ya.
Social media shows.
Is about
branding opportunity.
and outreach
We are an entertainment company that empowers others.
by promoting and supporting our community.
and everyone who reaches our content.
Here on social media shows.
Here we're a family.
We are family.
We are family. I got all my sisters with me. We are family. Get up, everybody, sing.
We are family.
We are family.
We are family. We are family.
We are family.
We are family, and we want you to be part of our social media shows family.
show.
Mic's on.
It looks so good.
Hey, welcome back to Honeybee's Women Empowerment Show,
Hey,
and we're still here, and we still have our guest speaker, JoJo Bennington. Hi.
Thanks for
welcome
having me today.
back.
She's the bomb. I'm so glad she could make
Glad
it.
I'm here.
Well, I see that you have book right here.
I do.
So you do health and wellness, and then you
Yes.
also written a book
She's
with
a-
other
And she's
collaborators.
she's a speaker also.
Oh, you're also a public speaker.
I do all kinds of things.
You are jack
I'm
of
a
all
big-
trades.
I am a big mixed bag, right? So
See, the thing is, I've seen in the past few months, all I've known that are jack of all trades besides myself, is all men.
Oh.
Yeah, it's my first time seeing or meeting a woman for the past probably 5 months.
Well, thank
Who's
you.
got a lot going on.
Great.
Yeah,
Thank
that's
you.
amazing.
Thank
It's,
It's
you know,
great.
a lot of women, a lot of us actually, we have a voice. We have a talent. We have skill to show around the world. And when you see women like JoJo, you're kind of like, oh, really? There's a woman like that? You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah, she exists.
We all have a voice. We
Yeah.
all have a voice. We all have something to say. We all have something to
But
share.
you've been committed to
We
helping
do.
people for quite a while, and you're good. You're accomplished at it. I met JoJo several years ago. She was my client, and I really respect you because I can
Thank you.
tell that you're big-hearted and hardworking and very impressive to many people. I was altering several dresses for her actually because I'm a clothing designer, and she was always going to an award ceremony where she had won something. So that tells you she must be
let's talk
good.
about what she won. What did you won?
Oh,
JoJo?
so inside the health and wellness company that I work with, there were several recognitions that we won over the time. But we always, once a year, we have this big gala where we have
Right.
to get all dedded up.
She looks
And,
fantastic every time.
I typically live my life in leggings and yoga pants and t-shirts
So
because
for
that's
the
where I
gowns,
live all the time.
her
So she
gowns.
makes me look fabulous when
She
Because
looks
she's
really good.
fabulous.
She
She
is
looks really good in the
Yes, she
gowns.
is.
Well, thank you. But the gowns she picked were really
So
cool.
what is this
Very
gala all
good.
about?
So it's inside the company. So inside the health and wellness company that I work with, Isogenics, it's sort of a recognition of what's going on inside the company for the people that are doing well.
Remember when my macaw parrot? I have a macaw parrot, and he was trying to teach it isogenics. Bluebell, my bird, and it was so funny because she was getting it.
All right, let's
She was-
get to the gala first. Yeah.
She's like, we want to party. We want to
Yeah,
party.
I get that. It was so funny.
The gala. is
So
all about-
we do that once a year. So this year we'll also be there.
You go out of
So we
town. You
do-
go to great
This year we'll be
places.
in
Wow,
Nashville.
fabulous.
Nashville.
Yeah,
Oh,
we'll
wow.
be in Nashville.
Amazing.
Last year too,
Fabulous.
this year, and then I think we're going to be back in Vegas next year. But so always.
So
once a
wait
year
for
we
that.
do.
Can
and
we
the fun and recognition and.
can we come and see watch the gala?
You could actually.
Oh, okay.
Let's do that. We'll
So-
plan for that.
The public can come, huh?
We'll plan for that.
Friends
Oh,
and
that'd be
family.
real nice.
Friends
Nice.
and family.
I want to
It's
go
fun.
to Nashville.
Right, Nashville's amazing. We have so much fun. So
I
much
can
fun.
see
All
So
right.
that's how
so
I found
first-
to my company too. They're going to Nashville too.
So
So
the
yeah,
gala.
everybody from Nashville thing, I guess.
It's a
Okay.
Nashville thing.
Okay. So how did you get involved with this gala?
So in the company that we're involved, so with Isogenics, I've been involved with Isogenics for almost 14 years.
14 years.
So we, this is something that they do all the time. So we're always invited to be a part of what they're putting on for the big celebration every year. So
and
we sell-
Isogenics is the health and wellness company,
It
right?
is.
What did they
And-
start people out with? I mean, you get
So-
a client who
Right.
needs some help with their health.
We focus on balancing the body. So we look at balancing the
That's
pH
wonderful.
level, balancing the body, working in baby steps because not everybody wants this huge life transformation. They just want to change a few things and start to feel better because a lot of people are in a space where a huge life transformation would be hard. So just to change little baby steps with them at first. So we work with them throughout the process. So what's nice is that we are able to, you join some other big weight loss company, you pay for coaching, you
Right.
pay for all this additional support. Here, you invest in the system with us, and then we support on the side for free. So all the coaching in the community is added in
So you
as
have
an
meetings and
additional
you
piece.
do coaching
That
sessions
is
with them and
awesome.
keep
So
them
what
in
makes
the
you
loop.
different? There's a lot of
Yeah.
health and wellness company now online here in Vegas or around the world. I met a lot of people who's in the wellness, health and wellness now. So what makes you different?
That's
what
a
is
great
your
question.
company
Yes.
makes you different from
There
all of
are
this?
a ton of things, right? There are a ton of things. So I show you a protein shake, and you go, "Oh, well, a protein shake is a protein shake."
Right.
But the way the protein is processed, where it comes from, whether it's highly heated or not heated, there's lots of differences in what we do. So it's bioavailable to the body. The body can actually utilize it for muscle,
And
which
it-
is important.
It scientifically changes its DNA when it's
Well, so that's so different. That's not the shake
Oh.
though.
Oh,
So
okay, sorry.
that's okay.
She
But we
talks
work
about
to
DNA.
detoxify the system, which makes it completely different. And we're looking to reduce fat, balance your pH level, because a lot of people are very acidic. We eat and drink a lot of things that make us very acidic. Like you go, I can't stop eating those Lay's potato chips.
It's so
Well,
good.
that's because they're acidic, and when you put acidic stuff in your body will crave acidic things. So when we start to balance you out, then those cravings go away. But one of the biggest things that we work with that I'm most passionate about is our telomere support, which is a DNA support product that helps to activate an enzyme in the body that helps to heal the body where the DNA is falling apart.
right. Explain that to me about the falling apart.
So we
when
all
people's-
have-
when people's health goes down, that means that their immune system gets weak. That means that their DNA is breaking apart.
Well, so there's all aging and degeneration in the body is linked back to what we know as a telomere. So if you
Telomere.
imagine the end of your shoestrings, imagine a shoestring, little plastic protective cap over the end of your shoestring.
Right.
What does that little plastic cap do?
Holds the
Holds
strings
it
together,
right?
Yes.
So when that cap falls off, what happens to your shoestring? It
So
starts to
It
fray.
starts
Fray
to,
out, right.
So the
Yep.
same thing
Tear apart.
happens with our DNA. So each strand of our DNA, our chromosome, is covered with what we call a telomere, and it's similar to that protective coating. Each time one of our cells divides, we lose a little bit of that protective cap. And little by little, as our cells divide, we have billion cells
that a
that
natural-
divide every minute.
Is that a natural occurrence that it would
Natural.
divide? So it naturally
Absolutely.
happens.
Naturally
And then people who have good health habits, they do things to keep it so it's building
Well,
up
even
again.
even natural health habits, people are going to age naturally.
Yeah, there's
Um,
age.
The problem is that we live in a world where the environment is toxic and stressful. Nobody's under stress, right? No stress? No stress?
No,
No. Yeah, everyone's stressed. Everyone's
all
stressed
stressed.
all the time.
Yeah,
We
are.
are eating bad food. When we smoke, we drink, we are at the club partying. We are doing those things that actually accelerate our aging process.
Right.
So normally, in a normal life,
Yeah.
we would age 1 year a year.
Mm.
But when we accelerate,
Someone
are you
smoking a
aging
pack of
5 years a year?
If they're
or
smoking
10
a pack of
years a year?
cigarettes a day, you can see on people's faces
Yeah.
that they look old.
Absolutely.
So, well,
You know.
you see nowadays, go ahead.
No, so just so we understand that the product that we work with helps to activate this enzyme in the body that actually helps to heal the process where that's falling apart. So it supports the body in that acceleration.
So these health and wellness products, because let me explain to you, before, a lot of people live longer than now, than these days now.
Right.
Is this health and wellness product that you guys are into can actually put that back in our life?
Right. Well, we're looking at quality of life. So, like we were just talking about my friend Dick, right? On his 89th birthday, on his 82nd birthday, he was thinking he was going into the nursing home and life was over for him. Now we're fast forwarding 7 years. He's not in a nursing home. He's going to his kids' weddings and graduations and doing push-ups.
He has
So
vitality.
when you look at how that's reversed for him on the trajectory he was on at 82, if we would have left him there, you know, who knows where he would be here.
It's very
But at
inspiring.
89, it's completely different.
It's very inspiring.
And so because we have such amazing science, so Nobel Prize winning science that backs this up, we have amazing formulators that have put this together, that it, to describe how it's done scientifically is really in depth, and that would be a really long conversation. But when you understand what's gone into this, it is a profound product. It's profound what it does for people.
Jojo, there's a lot of products. Yeah, there's a lot of products out there that they said, oh, this is the product. This is organic. This is, you know. But ultimately, the thing is, all these products is actually being manufactured with the products that we're using now these days, which is still toxic. So what? You know, I just don't understand. You know what I mean?
I can
because
see.
I am very for me is I'd rather just drink water every day that makes me alive than going into these new products that's coming out in the market. I don't trust anything to put in my body. My body is very, very sensitive. I cannot drink any prescribed medicine. When I go to a doctor, they cannot do anything than just prescribe over-the-counter medicine, because they are very, very scared to give me something. Every single prescribed medicine that I took in the past,
You had a bad reaction?
yes.
That's
everything.
interesting. So you're kind of hypersensitive.
Well, and when we
Yes.
look at, you know,
okay.
perhaps you're sensitive to chemicals, and most prescription drugs are a chemical. And what we work with are things that come from Mother Earth. They're plant derived, and so even above organic. Organic isn't sometimes all it's cracked up to be.
No, it's just a
Exactly.
word.
Yes.
They get you to
But,
buy something because of.
But we,
Yeah.
what we do, here's an example of how amazing the process is of picking our ingredients of what we use. They DNA fingerprint every single ingredient that comes in. So we have a bottle of stuff, right? Each thing is a different ingredient. They DNA fingerprint every single one to make sure that it's a pure strain, that it's not, has no toxicities, no pesticides, no chemicals, no hexane, no things that affect it, and that it's not a GMO hybrid of something that used to be, right?
Something
It's
that blew from one field to another, and now you have a GMO that's
So
just
that's
messed it
why
all up.
one reason that I love this, and you don't see that on a label because you can't see that whole process, but knowing that that's what they do is why I'm still here almost 14 years later.
Nice. So is this American-based company
Yes.
or? Okay.
Chandler, Arizona
Yeah.
is where they're
Oh.
from. Some of
I
the
know Chandler.
ingredients that we
Oh.
use actually come from other places like the Himalayas and things like that.
Yes.
Our formulator is John Anderson. He actually is called the Mineral Man.
Mineral Man.
I call him the plant whisperer.
Have you met? Have you met
Yes,
him?
I have.
Oh,
Very
okay.
humble, amazing human being.
What
Yes.
is his name?
He's
John
from-
Anderson.
Is he from
John
Arizona?
Anderson. We need you on our show.
Yes, we do,
Yes,
John.
that'd be
So,
real nice.
so we're talking about this above organic that you said products that what are the prices? Is this something that affordable to middle income
Yes,
families?
absolutely. So when we're looking at putting a small system together for somebody, typically they're going out and spending anywhere between $5 and $15 on a meal. That's essentially killing them, right? It's not doing them any
Just
justice.
empty carbs.
And so here we're actually able to replace one of their meals for them with a very high quality protein meal, and also give them their telomere support. So we're supporting their DNA for $5.50 a day. So very affordable.
That's not that bad.
When
not
you
bad.
look at some things on the market that were put out as you know, DNA support, they were thousands and thousands of dollars a month. So they weren't created for the general public. And what we want to do is be able to touch
It's
the
like-
masses.
that's
Everybody
where they-
deserves to feel healthy,
that's where they
not
get
just
the-
wealthy
Yeah,
people.
that's
Right,
right.
that's where they get the
Of course, that's
vitamin C
right.
shots and things like that. Yeah, that's like most people can't afford that.
That's a lot of businesses here in America is missing, is to actually support the middle income families in the United States. And you know, although we have only 1% on the higher, income level, right? And
Right.
then
Right.
a lot on the middle
Yeah,
income.
1%, right?
Yes, yeah. So
Mhm.
if you are only looking, see, our products here in the United States is so expensive. A lot of people cannot afford. I cannot afford it. I am a single mom and I cannot afford to buy those kind of products. And I want to be healthy. My dad passed away because of cancer. Everybody, if you notice it, everybody is dying because of cancer.
1 and 2. 1 and 2.
It's because of what we consume, or
I
what we
agree.
eat. What actually all those products on the grocery store, those
Right.
are all bad for us. And
Right.
I hate to say this, but a lot of people like, oh, what you're eating, oh, that's bad. Honey, you just ate something is bad too, so don't tell me what I'm eating. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So with having this health and wellness, actually can help a lot of people, especially in the middle incomers family, and probably
Yes, absolutely. And
So
that's
something
our
can
goal.
get
Boost
is
your
to be
immune
able to
system to
reach the
make you
masses.
stronger. That's really great.
Well, and so as we get older, I mean, if you're not healthy as you age, if your muscles aren't strong as you age, you lose your
I
balance.
don't have a muscle.
and you'll
Right.
fall,
Okay.
right?
So,
Lose your balance,
yeah.
you'll
I have
fall.
a wimp.
Well, so as what most people don't realize is like as we get older, sometimes you hear somebody go, "Oh, well, they broke a hip and fell down," right? Grandma broke a hip and fell down. What actually happens most of the time is her hip breaks and then she falls. So it's the bone actually gives out
Oh,
that
first
makes sense.
before the
Interesting.
fall.
Right, because
Yes.
or their leg goes numb because of
Yes.
something, and
That's
then they
true.
fall.
Yeah.
So it actually happens the
Yeah,
opposite
just
way.
go to the doctor
That's
and then
very
they're
interesting.
gonna prescribe you something again.
So that's why we're talking quality of life. And who wouldn't want to be 89 and doing push-ups and hanging out with your
I wanna be-
grandkids,
I
right?
want to be
So-
60 only.
Yeah.
60, I'm done.
60 and you're just gonna
Oh,
stay 60
gosh.
forever and ever and ever.
No,
No, I'm done.
No.
you're not done. Believe me, I'm gonna be up there. You're gonna come with me,
60's the new
girl.
30.
Come
What are you
on,
talking
my
about?
grandma was 104 and she still played bridge 4 times a week.
Well, where they can
I have
reach
family
you
that
out
live
if they
longer
want
too,
to
like that.
actually
So
Under 13.
you know what? JoJo Bennington's the easiest way. Look me up on Facebook. You can reach out, message me. We can put my phone number up, or I can give it out. I'm totally open to do that. So
Go ahead and give it. What's your phone number?
yeah, just give it. Yeah.
702-429-1335. Only call with positive things to say.
Yes,
That's
yeah,
right,
yeah.
that's right.
No booty calls, okay?
No, my husband would not be very happy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Anyways,
Well,
besides health and wellness, I would like to talk to you about your book.
Oh.
Yeah, and it says over here, A Journey of Riches. And tell us more about
Journey of Riches.
So this was a collaboration that I did with a group of people. I was invited to be a part of talking about our transformational stories of coming from where we came from, and then
can see it.
being transforming our life.
A Journey
So,
of Riches.
My story is about coming from a life of early on drug abuse and domestic violence, and being able to turn that around and transform step by step by step, which is where Dare to Redefine Yourself comes from.
I love the picture of the inchworm, becomes a cocoon, and then the butterfly comes out. It's a beautiful process
Yes.
and premise to show,
Absolutely.
how people can evolve.
The butterfly is the symbol of our retreat. Yeah, so
Yes.
it's all transformation.
That's very beautiful.
So, currently working on a book on forgiveness. So
Oh,
that will be
that'd be
my
nice.
own
That's beautiful.
my own work, and planning our next retreat. So which will be, we believe, at the end of February. So we have February
Beautiful.
29th coming up. So we're thinking
It
that
just
would
gives
be
me
really
shivers.
awesome
Yeah,
time
yeah.
to do it.
The
Oh.
forgiveness is such
Do you
a
guys know
big
that
subject.
February or leap year, they said that a lot of women actually get married? Did you heard that before?
So they
Oh,
only have to
yeah,
have an
that's what I heard
anniversary
too.
once every 4 years. Is that why?
Yeah,
I
right,
know,
right.
right, yeah.
That's funny.
I think, who's gonna be? Maria? Maria this year?
no.
Wow.
Is this a leap year?
Yeah, that's a leap year,
no
huh?
more, yeah. No
Maybe
worry.
another
I'm
leap
gonna
year.
say
That's the year when a woman can ask a man on one special
Really?
day. Yes.
I think that's what it is. Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, I did that.
Well,
I don't
can-
know what day it is, but it's I don't know what day it is.
When
but
the
it's
right
during
man,
the leap year.
when the right man comes, it doesn't matter if it's leap year or not. I'm gonna ask him.
All right. Yeah, I like that.
I'll be the one who's asking.
That's good.
Don't ask me because I am gonna say no. But anyways, let me. Wait for me to ask you at least. Right? So, yeah, I'm gonna ask you. If
I
I
like
want you,
that.
I'm gonna ask
If
you.
it works for you, it works for you.
Yeah.
That's how it works for me. I'm gonna ask you. So, anyways.
I think that might be me too because I asked my my ex-husband. We were married 25 years, or we were almost married 20, but we
you're
were together for
divorced.
25 years. Yeah, but that's okay. But I asked him. I remember it was one of those things. That was the leap year, and it was the one day of the year. Everybody told me I can't remember if it was in December or what. There was one day, and some people. I was complaining to somebody, and I was saying I really wish he'd get off his duff and he proposed because we'd been together a few years already, a couple of years, and they said, "Oh, you could ask him today." And I said, "What are you talking about?" They said, "Today's the day that a woman can ask a man." I said, "You're kidding." And then I didn't believe them. And then the next person I saw, I asked them about it. They go, "Yeah, that's right." So I invited him to come over to where I was working, and I did it.
That's good.
Yeah, and he made me
You
get
made
down.
it.
And he says, "Are you
You
doing
see,
what I
it's
think?"
really good.
He made me get down on my knee.
Listen, it's really good. Well, that's too much.
No, he says, "Are you doing what I?"
That's
He
too
was
much.
mad
yeah.
because he says, "I wanted to do that."
No,
but
I guess I'll be the next one.
That's how it
Yeah,
worked.
a
That's
visible
how it
man.
worked. That's how it worked. That's how it came down.
Even though I'm gonna ask a man, he's still gonna go through of what should a man does. Okay, so sorry, I'm not gonna go nail down the man. But anyways,
Coming up this year is my 20th. So my husband just asked me to marry him again. So
Oh,
we're gonna
no,
we're gonna
that's
renew our
romantic.
vows.
amazing.
That's
What's your
nice.
That
husband's
is
name?
beautiful.
Vinny?
Vinny and
Hi,
JoJo.
Vinny.
Yeah,
Hey, hey,
I'm sure he's
Vinny.
out there
She's
watching.
great.
Well, anyways, guys, we're gonna come back on the third segment. Let's let's kind of breathe out a little bit. Please stay tuned. Don't go away. And like what you said, they have to go and get their snacks.
Oh yeah, get your snacks and everything.
Healthy snacks.
Yeah,
Yes.
whatever. And do your duty,
Or
huh?
JoJo.
Gotta do your duty. Go do your duty too. Come on
And we'll
back.
hear more about a journey of riches, her
Yes.
amazing book.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, before we go on break, I want you to tell them where they can get your book.
On Amazon.
On Amazon.
A journey of
Like,
riches
awesome.
and
I
Or
saw-
message me and I can send you one and I'll even sign it for
and
you.
her public speaking
Oh,
as,
that'd be nice.
as her public speaking
Yes.
comes, or if you want personal coaching, she's there. She's available.
All right, so we will be right back, guys. Don't go away. Please stay tuned because I'm gonna be shouting out to all the one who tune in today.
Bye. For now.
We've reached the age of live streaming on social media shows. You may ask, we're already ahead of the curve, so why do you need to advertise with us? Well, only 8% of the businesses in the US are using digital advertising to grow their business. That's 2 percentage points short of reaching critical mass, which will lead to faster results. We have 20 plus shows with a reach of over 80,000. We'll give you commercial ads, website link, and connections to nonprofit organizations. So get your brand ready for digital monetization, for we are looking for sponsors, which will bring more traffic to your business and ultimately mean more sales. So let's bring the world to you. Inquire now.
John is an employee at one of the most famous firms in the city of New York, so his job is very hectic, and he realized that it is necessary for him to go and finally take a vacation. But he went on a vacation without planning out the details, and wasn't able to truly enjoy where he went because he had to think about so many things that he didn't plan for. Instead of enjoying his time away from work, he came back with more stress that he was not able to take full advantage of his vacation. But this year, a coworker suggested him to try World Ventures this time to make his vacationing more enjoyable and less stressful. They do not require you to plan anything outside of your transportation, which is also available at discounted rates. Your stay, your transport, and many meals are planned by the club. John liked the idea very much. He tries World Ventures, and his experience with the club was amazing, as he made many friends there with whom he had a great time. John recommends that everyone should try this club, as they are the best in business. See how the VIP-vacation-club.com can give you the right experience without all the hassle. Enjoy the VIP experience that only...
Hi, my name is Dawn Weir. I'm the founder of The Giving Water, a local nonprofit that delivers water to disasters and people in need. I am excited about empowering women for so many different reasons, but most of all, to make women stronger and love themselves more. Because when you love yourself, it's easier for someone else to love you more. So watch Honeybees, Women Empower.
Welcome back to Honeybees Women Empowerment, and I'm still here. We have JoJo,
Bennington,
and we have
Bettina, Steinhauer,
and Delores.
Curious Joy.
Well, we're gonna be talking about why is it important to empower women. So I actually prepared 18 different reasons why. First is a lot of women around the world are unemployed, underemployed, and unemployed. So women population constitutes around 50% of the world population now. A large number of women around the world are unemployed. The world economy suffers a lot because of the unequal opportunity for women and at workplaces. What do you guys think about that?
I didn't know statistically those were the numbers, but pretty interesting.
Yeah, it's around
It is,
around
it's
52%.
interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
We are higher. Yeah, higher.
You're right. You're right.
And that's 52% is a sad number. That's a huge
is.
amount. So when we can teach women how to be empowered and stand up for themselves, and it doesn't have to be a stand up for yourself with fists. It just is a stand up for yourself, for your own self worth and your deservedness to have something equal to someone else.
Yeah.
Right? I think a lot of times we are told, taught, and understood that we are not as equal to a man. It's just the way that we're brought up, that
Like,
we have to look a certain way, do a certain thing, act a certain way, or we cannot, or we're put down. But to be able to stand up for ourselves workplace wise is important. The equality with money right now for the same job is a huge issue.
It is.
But wow, unemployment. So that just gives me one more thing that gives me passion is to empower women to be able to create their own financial freedom.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right, and also a lot of women are natural for women to be nurturing, although not for all women. Some men are really good nurturers naturally, and most women I think are, because we bear children and we're used to cooking, cleaning, doing laundry, taking care of our home. We like our home, we have pride in our home. But to be good in the workplace, you have to have mentors that are going to teach you how to be a leader and stand strong when the moment comes where you have to stand strong or be tough and be no nonsense and be tenacious, at times, and also be able to step back at the right times as well. You have to have good mentors in general, and I think that women's style is always going to be different than a man's. We're different DNA wise than men. We are never going to want to try to be like a man. We achieve what copy of a man. You know, we want to be a woman. But I think it's important to get good female mentors so that women can do it with you know, good style instead of being a shrew or being a browbeating person, and they consider that a bitch or something. But that's not what I want to be. I mean, my mentors in business, the women are like you, Maria. She's a really good mentor, actually. She's a good businesswoman. She's a very strong leader in her field. She's an amazing salesperson, a professional salesperson.
Anything. But anyways,
and she's a director producer.
I love what you were saying, because you know, as a woman, we should be which is next it goes to the next reason why we should empower women is we want to be an inspirations to other people. That's why we build this, and social media shows. By the way, if you don't know yet, the leader is a woman, and that's me. So my my main goal is the reason why I built this company is to inspire and motivate and uplift other people out there, especially on social media right now. You see all trash. Everybody is talking about social media, Facebook, Instagram, and everything else is a trash. It's a garbage. I don't want to go there. Honestly, these social media are not garbage. It's actually you who's making it garbage.
You're picking the wrong people to follow or watch.
No, not necessarily. You can pick everybody, but if you actually start something on your own, you are pointing other people on social media as garbage, but technically you're the garbage. If you don't start to inspire others, then you are part of that garbage.
I agree. It has to start from home, right?
Yeah, it starts with you. That's the reason why I started social media shows. Is I all see these people saying garbage, and all all I see is their post that's garbage anyway. And I'm like, no, I'm gonna be different.
Do you mean it's shallow comments or things like that?
No.
What do you mean garbage? What do you mean?
Putting their business out there, putting their fights with other people, or bullying other people on social media. You don't do that on social media.
So that's bad manners.
Yeah, you go out there. You don't really know if it's their bad manners or not. You cannot judge that. But
it's off-putting to you, though. It revolts you. It makes you think.
It doesn't affect
Well, you're
me.
saying that you said that they're garbage.
No, I'm not saying that it's garbage. I am saying that other people is saying that social media is a garbage.
Oh, I see.
That's the reason why I started social media to change that mentality.
Right. So the value judgment is different. But we can create a better, healthier image of what social media can be.
So that's the reason why I have social media shows. Or everybody who I actually accept in my company who are people who can inspires others, and I keep on telling them inspire. Don't actually connect with people who have negative mentality where they put on Facebook this and that. In fact, I'm gonna say this. Part of my family, every time I'm friends with them on Facebook, every time they say something on Facebook, I tell them right away. I call them and said, put that down right now. That doesn't belongs to social media.
That's good. You know what? That's good. You know what I like about that is like, as a mom, if I ever see kids out in the world doing something that is wrong or terrible, or littering or something, I say, do you think that your mother would like you doing that? I speak right up. I don't care if I'm not their mother. I say something because I hope somebody would say things like that to my kids if they're out there doing something that's not good, you know?
Like, I want to share, like,
You're
this
good.
is a
You're good to
powerful
say
message.
something. You speak up. That's good. That's positive.
What is it?
Now, this is a powerful message that my grandma passed away, but she was I come from a very educated family. Like that, they had their heads up. They may be a little bougie, like that, in a good way, but they have their heads up in that. But my grandma always said to stand up for your rights, right? But she said, be educated about it.
Yeah,
Back it up with data and statistics, right?
She said, you be educated. She said, don't be foolish. And so I may not have listened when I was younger and stuff, but as I grown older, matured,
You remember those
I
words.
remember what she has said, and it does make a lot of sense.
Yeah, like backing
Yeah.
things up with statistics and data
Yeah.
when you say something.
Let me offer a different
Yes.
perspective.
All right.
So,
Go ahead.
So,
That's why you're here.
as I see sometimes the dandelion, right? We can look at the dandelion. Some see a weed, some see a wish. And so what we choose to focus on, and so if I say, wow, every time I'm on my Facebook, it's all negative. Every time I go on TV, it's all negative.
Yes.
And so I think negative. That's my thought process always, is that I'm constantly seeing negative. Then that is what I'm going to see.
You're seeing the weed.
So
Oh, I like that.
it's
Yes.
just like when you want a car and you haven't ever seen anybody drive that car, and then all of a sudden everyone has one.
True.
When
When
you
you
get
get
a
a
car,
car,
it's like
that's right.
everybody's always
You see it
there.
everywhere. It's the
Right,
weirdest
right.
phenomena.
It's just in your now.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
in your
it's in
view
your
line,
scope.
right?
Yes,
Exactly.
So when
yes.
we choose to see the positive and say, I only see positive, so I only see the lesson, I only see the message, I only see the love, I only see, then that transfers everything that's coming into your scope.
I love
good.
that.
Yeah.
Remember
Yeah.
that Facebook thing we loved? I can't see the haters when I got my love glasses on.
I love
the little
that.
heart
No,
love glasses.
I love that.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's
I
it.
love that.
You summed it up
I
perfectly.
love
Well, you know what?
glasses.
Other reason why we need to empower women are very, very, like what you mentioned earlier, talented. We are
Yes.
talented
Yes,
on
we
every
are.
aspect.
Yes,
We
indeed.
cook, we clean, we do
Yes.
everything. Find out-
Multitaskers.
Yeah, we do. See,
And
look
we
at
take it
she,
for
jack
granted.
of all trade right here.
But-
So we are talented.
Yeah,
It's
that's
how
our
women
teeth.
are wired.
That's our
Yes,
teeth,
yes,
maybe around.
literally.
It's our DNA. And
Literally.
Yeah.
It's how women are wired,
Yeah.
right? I don't know
Yes.
if anybody has ever seen the TED talk about the man's
Oh,
brain and the
no,
woman's
I
brain.
have to go and see
Okay,
that.
so everybody has to go
Oh.
watch the TED talk. So
Who's
search
the
TED
speak-
talk.
who's
I
the
can't even
speaker?
remember who it is.
Oh.
Put in man's brain, woman's brain, it'll come up. But when you realize that men are very compartmentalized and they can do one thing at one time, think about one thing at one time, and women's brains are very connected. And so we think about everything all at one time. We do everything all
I
at
thought
one
that
time.
was
It's
just having
the way-
ADHD.
It's absolutely how our brains are
Yes.
wired differently. We
Yes.
absolutely are.
Yeah.
It's that science.
Science.
Yeah.
Can't argue with science.
And
really.
as women, we are actually the overall development of society. The main advantage of women empowerment is that there will be an overall development of the society. The money that women earn does not only help them and or their family, but it also helps develop the society itself as a whole.
That's
And when
right.
women are actually providing for the family, they're bringing money into the household. They have a purpose and a passion. It
Yes.
actually uplifts the entire family. It
Yes.
also uplifts her self-esteem, which then uplifts the children. So all of those things work in conjunction.
I love
Yes,
that.
Yes, I like that.
yes,
I love it.
yes,
That's
yes,
true.
Yeah.
It is.
It's like
Very true.
I was just thinking something silly, but I'm not gonna say
Give
it.
us the silly. Give us the silly. Give us the silly.
You know, here in Las Vegas I know a lot of women over here, and I have a lot of friends. When I moved here 5 years ago, I am the kind of person that I'm gonna make my money. Nobody gonna help me. I'm gonna make my money. I'm gonna buy this. I'm gonna buy that with my own money. And then I see a lot of women where somebody told me that you're getting into the Vegas life. That's what they told me one time. But then I see a lot of women that, hey,
What do they mean by that?
I know. I've
that
lived here
is
my
crazy.
whole life. I
That's
want to know what that
that's-
means.
That's crazy, but I'm not gonna say it. But anyways, and then I have a friend called me one time and said, Maria, I have friends from Arizona, I think, no, Arizona, Florida, and Texas. I have friends just came here, and I want you to meet us because they're gonna shop for you. And I'm like, I don't want that. I don't want anybody shopping me, right? Shopping for me. And then,
So you mean having a sugar daddy? Is that what you mean?
oh, is that what you mean?
Is that what you mean?
No,
Okay.
I don't. No, they're young though.
They can be a
Sugar
sugar
daddy,
daddy.
okay.
It doesn't matter how old they
anyways,
are.
anyways, and then I'm like, I was kind of like, should I go? But this friend of mine is, I've known her off and on. She's, Anyway, so I went, and then we kind of have some dinner, beer, and that. And these guys are really they're professional. They're the leader of their company, CEO, and everybody, and they're really really nice. And I learned that they always come to Vegas, and they always see my friend. And I'm like, I'm the person who is very observant.
But you're skeptical.
I'm gonna dive into it, and I know when I said this is not right, right? So I was there and kind of looking at it, and I'm kind of like observing and everything, but it's legit. It's not like sugar daddy, by the way. So anyways, when the night is getting older, I said, you know what, I have to go home. I cannot stay longer outside drinking or partying because I have a company to work on, to run. So they're like, where are you going? I said, I'm going home. And they're like, okay, here's my number. Call me if you need anything to invest in your company.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they just liked you by being around you. They could tell you're very powerful.
Yeah. So anyways, I said, I'm going home. This is the time that you guys came. Remember, you guys came and rescued me. I'm not gonna go in details on that
Yeah,
one.
we won't go in there.
Yeah.
But she's not ever in trouble. We'll just say,
It's not because I'm in trouble with this guy. It's because of my kind of sickness, I guess. Right?
You had a bad day.
That's okay.
Situation.
We all have them.
But that's okay. It all worked out.
We do, yeah.
And meantime, the main thing was you met some people that were interesting. And,
they actually they are here for the convention, and they're really nice people. One is from Scottsdale, one is from Texas. I even forgot their name because I throw away their business card. I forgot their name. So they are here actually for business. So, but anyways, my point is, I am the kind of person women should be actually stepping up and pay their own bills, because that's how we are made of, is to pay our own bills. You know what I mean?
That's it.
Yeah.
That's right.
Everybody see me as kind of like
I respect people who work hard for themselves and they make something of themselves.
Yeah,
I really do. I have a couple of friends who are self-made people, and a lot of friends who are self-made people, and I'm very impressed by that. And it wasn't for nothing. They worked hard at those lower levels. They had to push and push and push to get themselves up to a stable level, and then go way beyond and go excel into excelling levels. Like JoJo, you've excelled at your business. You've been doing it 14 years.
14 years.
That's
nice.
a really beautiful
That's
thing that
amazing.
you've
How many
grown
kids
a
you have?
business that
Do you
long.
have many kids?
No kids.
Okay, can you adopt me, please?
Yes.
I don't get much.
I'll adopt. That's okay. You don't need much?
Yeah.
But your public speaking,
I have
do you
grown kids, and
do-
I'm a grandmother.
do you do the public speaking to circuits? Are you going to be doing some public
will.
speaking in the next year or two?
Yes, I am.
You plan?
I do.
Yeah, and you lead seminars, and you do
Yeah.
personal
Nice.
coaching.
Yeah.
Personal
The retreats
coaching.
are important, and the personal coaching.
So what is the
Yes.
tell us more about the retreats.
And so the retreat is called Up Retreats. So it
Mhm.
stands for Unlimited Potential, or Unleash Your Power,
Ooh,
or whatever
I like
little
that.
UP you want to put together. But
real
it's
nice.
it's mainly for it's a women's weekend where we go introspective. So we look inside and see where we're lacking, where our beauty
I think
issues
I need
are. Where
I like that, where our beauty issues
where
are.
we're holding
That's
on
beautiful.
to
That's
unforgiveness.
Because you might have an issue with this or that. It might not just be physical beauty. I mean,
So
your
you guys
beauty
have
issues. I
heal
like
the
that.
mental.
Yeah, it's
Your
all
mental,
it's
your
all-
mindset.
Mhm.
That's
And
good.
it creates a sisterhood. So all the girls that come
Beautiful.
together for each
Yeah.
one, then they're friends forever.
You're on the right
It's
show
creates
because
a
this is
bond.
all about women's
Women's,
empowerment.
yeah.
So you work with
Yeah.
self-image, actually. That's what it's all
Absolutely.
about. Yep, that's what I constantly stress about that, because as women in that, we gotta have that.
Mhm.
You know,
Right.
we have to. Well, everybody anyway have to.
Right.
Self-image. You-
Health, wealth, mindset, and
And-
belief.
and belief.
Yeah.
Those are very
That's it.
powerful
Yes.
premises for your
Yeah.
business. And
Well,
Beautiful.
okay, empowering girls and women also leads to reduce levels and domestic violence. Educated women and girls are able to stand for themselves and escape from incidents of domestic violence.
That's good. Statistically, that's a wonderful fact. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Because if
It is.
there is a lot of domestic violence apparently in Las Vegas, I've heard, and it's good that there is kind of like a plan put in place and teach young girls and anyone who's in a stressful situation that they've got to take a stand. They've got to take a stand for a standard that they want and not put up with or give in to something that's not okay.
Nice.
Absolutely.
Well, yeah, women empowerment is also advantageous in case of corruption. Women empowerment helps women to get educated and know their rights and duties, and hence can stop corruption.
Anytime we're educated, we're better off.
Yes,
And it doesn't have to be, it doesn't necessarily have to be $150,000 Harvard education, right? Any education where you're learning and growing every single day helps improve your self-esteem. And also even the violence, so domestic violence, when your self-esteem is higher, you don't put yourself in a situation where you're devalued. And even if you are stuck in a situation like that, your value is high enough that you feel strong enough that you could leave that. When your value is low, then you feel like that's what you deserve.
Exactly.
I love that. I love it.
So to be able to step outside of that and realize our deservedness moves all of this forward. And it uplifts everyone.
It is.
Because
great.
then,
Yes,
and when
great.
we can do it in a way that is also not demeaning to the man, right?
No.
Then it uplifts both.
Because not all men have that issue or have a weakness in that area.
And you know, there's
There are a lot of
on
great-
their
there
side
are-
as well,
there-
it's a self-esteem issue. There's a lot of things that go into domestic violence, but self-esteem issue is one of those things. Loss of control is one of those things. And so in order to lift themselves up, make themselves feel better, it's just a piece of, not that it's acted out in a proper way because you're hurting someone else, but it lifts them up to make them feel better in their space. And really, every single person exists every single day to make themselves feel better.
Yeah.
Everything we do is to make ourselves feel better.
That's
That's
like
right.
the basis of life, right?
Unfortunately, sometimes it doesn't come out in a pretty way. But when we're all
Yes,
lifted
that's right.
and the self-esteem is in a different space and our self-worth is in a different space, then those things start to fall by the wayside.
Yeah,
love
I
that.
believe in you have to have balance on everything. You cannot be
That's
over
right.
or under. Yeah. This is a good thing, as you were talking about this earlier, that reduced poverty. Women empowerment also contributes significantly to the family welfare. This is because their children are more likely to acquire good education, and they are also able to save and invest for the benefit of their families. So that's what you were mentioning earlier. So we're gonna go to the next one, which is women are increasingly participating in the national development process. They are making they are making the nation proud by their outstanding performances. Almost every spheres, including medical science, social service, engineering, etc. This leads to more developed economies.
Absolutely. And becoming more vocal in the policies that create our nation
Speaking
as
of
well.
policies, politics, and how I think 190 women got into the political system this last election in representation of city council all the way up to senators, congresswomen. We have a lot of new, beautiful, wonderful women who've
Greg was
gotten in there.
actually talking about that with me the other day.
Yeah, and it's wonderful because we need to have representation. We're half the planet, right? We should have half the say of how everything should come down and how we create our world.
Absolutely.
And you were talking about self-esteem earlier. This is how we also why empowering women is very important. Women should be treated equally with men in all spheres of life. This would help her develop a good emotional health.
And you know, there are some situations where we are not equal. Because I am not as strong as my husband is physically, right?
Pound men are stronger, pound
he
for
can do
pound.
20 pull-ups, I might be able to do a half a pull-up, right? But
that's
so
right.
when we look at there are situations that that we are not totally equal, right?
No, it's
There-
not. We're
there,
not
there are
totally equal, yes.
differences that need to be celebrated
Mm-hmm.
and supported,
Yep.
not looked down on and
Mhm.
judged. So when we look at it in that different avenue, then that's what
Yeah.
changes.
And talking about equality, like what you said, we are not equal. And I talked about this last week that a lot of women is like, oh, I don't need a man. No, I don't need a man. I was that woman few weeks ago. Like, I don't need you. No, but technically, I just realized that yes, I have a very strong mentality to be independent. But at the same time, we are just human. We are built to have Adam and Eve.
That's right.
Yes.
That's
Yeah,
right.
and
That's
I was
true.
like, I think
Yes.
I'm doing it the wrong way. So now I
You're
changed-
boycotting the situation.
Exactly. So and then I realized, yes, I am very strong, but I cannot do this. I'm very strong, but I need a man to do this. You see what I'm saying? So I was
Yeah.
like, so I changed totally, like 360
That's
degrees. I need a
beautiful.
man.
You got off your position and you got a new, adapted a new position. That's great.
Yeah, that's right. You know, I'd be teasing, like I said, about the leap year day, and I said, oh yeah, the ghosts. No, we all feel to have somebody in our lives and stuff like that. You know, a decent man. You know, and
Yeah.
it's not always. You know, everybody makes mistakes. That's the way I say it. This everybody makes mistakes. You know, in life, and that when I say that the person, that guy's a bad person, whatever, he's just not the right fit for you, and then God has somebody else for you. So that's all I meant.
Right. It's an evolution. How did you meet your husband?
In a bar.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with
In a
going
bar,
in.
his friend insulted me and I threatened to punch him.
Wow.
Okay, that's how we met.
Yeah,
So,
that was the
that's
first
how we met.
impression, right there, right there.
22 years ago.
That's
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. 22
That's
years ago.
beautiful.
Yeah.
And he saw me stand up for myself, and that's what attracted him to me.
That's right.
Right.
Yeah.
You
Being
gotta
strong.
stick up for
But
yourself.
it's okay to be strong and also have to ask for help.
Yes.
That's right.
Oh, I love that.
And-
Yeah,
and-
yes,
Being able to ask for help is actually a very powerful position.
it is. Thank you for my team. They taught me.
It's
how to-
humbling.
Yes, it
Yes,
is.
it is.
It is.
Yes, it is. Well, another importance of empowering women is that it leads to healthier societies. This is because women by nature are the caretakers of their homes. And when empowered, they are better able to take care of their homes and families. I love that.
Yeah.
I love it.
I think we all know what works in our home and what supports the people in our home to be successful.
Yes.
Clean home, fresh laundry, you know, things like that. Great food in the refrigerator, keeping healthy things around. That's always really important, you know, to care about.
Yes.
And
Statistically, women are preventive when it comes to health.
they're
Men are reactive.
proactive ahead of
So
time.
men, just tend to believe through their, that they don't need to see a doctor. Oh, I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay.
Oh,
Until they're
yes.
not okay.
Mhm.
Women are more proactive when it
Yes.
comes to their health care, when it
Yeah.
comes to
Yeah.
being in tune with their bodies. It's just
Yeah.
statistically, women are higher on that side.
Yeah.
So
I'm the
not
one with the
only do-
vitamins in my cupboard. I'm ready. I'm ready because I know,
You know,
there's
that's the
going to
thing
be a
is-
day where I'm going to need those vitamins, and I have things ready, or aspirin, or
We
whatever.
are, yeah, we are
I-
more.
It's
we,
okay to take them too.
Yeah.
Don't
We
just
are,
have
yeah,
them
I
look
like
at
that.
it.
I like that.
At
Women
one.
actually are more like, what do you call it? They care. We care more. Like every single thing inside our
Like
home.
planning.
Yeah, planning and everything. We are really, really good
We
at
want our
that.
creature comforts. We want our
because our brains are
strong
like
brains.
Yes, yes.
We want a strong foundation in our home and a fresh environment, an environment that serves us. Like you like your home really sparse, really sleek, simple. She likes a minimalistic environment. That's
Yes.
beautiful.
Yeah,
I
it
love
is.
that.
It is.
Yeah,
It's
I
beautiful.
love
don't
that.
want
It's really
anything-
great. And I am the queen of the tchotchkes, so
Yes,
I'm
she
learning
is.
to stop that
Yeah.
because it's not empowering for me. It's not supporting me. So I'm packing it all away. It's
Wow.
going to be in a little memory box and be given away or kept for a little while longer, and then I'll decide what to do with it. But I'm getting my house all sleek and clean like
And
that.
when you clean, then it allows for abundance to come in. It
Yeah.
has to have a space to
yes.
go.
Yes,
If it has
yes,
no space
I
to
love-
go.
Yes, that's really true.
And if we get back to that, I love what Maria said. Yeah, balance, and then that balances us back right there.
Yes.
When we have things in order and in place, you know, it keeps us balanced.
Yep.
Because then if we're out of order, what happens? We're out of balance.
Well, anyways, if you guys notice it, we have a lot of women empowerment groups, events, and everything. What I don't see though is men empowerment. That goes to our gender equality reason why we need women empowerment, because women is also important in accomplishing the world goal of gender equality. By empowering girls, this goal is achieved as they are better able to compete with their male counterparts in places such as government, learning institutions, and even leadership positions. If you notice it, I believe we have 2 women running for president in the coming election.
I think there's more.
There,
Yeah,
see,
there's several
a
more.
lot.
There's several more, but there's 2.
we are. I'm not gonna say it because they're gonna tell me I'm male bashing again.
Well, maybe Kamala Harris is going to get the nomination. Who knows?
Oh,
For the
okay.
Democratic.
Mhm.
You never know. She could. But, there's only going to be one person who gets to run for each party. That's it.
Yeah.
So there's chance.
I think we're far away from that decision right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. When is the next election? In 3 years?
No. When?
What year is it?
2 years?
2 years.
started
Thank
two
you.
years.
I'm like, what year is it?
I know, right? Me too. Political representations. That's what we were talking about. Girl empowerment also contributes to equality in political representation. This is because the girls have more confidence to compete with leadership and political seats.
Well, we're seeing
That's a
that now.
self-confidence. I
Right.
think that's too much sometimes. Yeah.
Well, I think that over the years they've used a lot of, woman is an up-down creature. She has a heat cycle, so we're an up-down creature. We change through the month. And they've used that against women.
Mhm.
But I've heard that men also are a direct correlate to whatever woman they're around the most. Meaning, if they're at work a lot, and that secretary is the one that they're around the most as far as a female, they're going to be in tune with her heat cycle, and be emulating. This is a whole talk I'm going to have on my show eventually. It's called the Moore Institute, all about this kind of stuff, male, female stuff. But, they use it like something against women, like, oh, you can't trust her emotions, she's too emotional.
Yeah, I
well,
heard
that's
that a lot.
like,
That is
that
sexist.
angers women. That makes a hair on the back of her neck stand up. We don't like that, because it's not really true. It's something skewed. There's something askew about putting us down for that, or using that against us as a quality that is not favorable to situations.
I had a friend. I changed his mind recently that he is senior vice president of a company, and all his employees are male, salesmen.
Okay.
And I told him that I think female can sell better than the male that you have. That's why your numbers are down.
Mhm.
Let me help you.
What did
And
he say?
he said, no. I only need male in my team.
Why? Did you get to the reason why?
Yeah, but I'm not gonna bust him out.
Oh, all right. Okay.
And
But he had his own philosophy.
Yeah, well, I'm not gonna. Yeah, but
Okay.
what I'm trying to say is, no, I just lost my brain. What I'm
You
gonna-
changed his mind.
Yeah, I changed his mind recently. So what happened was his sales went down, and they kicked him out of the company.
Mm.
And then he actually acquired another senior vice president position from other company, and all his employees are female now.
Interesting. So that's a whole flip turn. Let's
Yeah,
I'd like to
not,
hear.
not all female,
Not
they're
all.
still male,
A
but
lot.
majority.
Oh, that's
is
interesting.
female.
I'd love to hear what his opinion is later, as he's done it for a while
Yeah,
with all of them.
yeah.
That would be
That's
an interesting
interesting,
point of view to
right?
find out how that
So
all
he-
shook out.
Yeah, so he I told him is as a leader you have to be able to actually find the right talents in your company, not only male. You cannot be discriminative to other gender,
Mhm.
and plus that can be an issue legally.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
legally.
Yeah. So I told him that it takes at least a year to change his mind, and we'll see.
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll have this conversation in a year.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. Anyways, guys, I think we're gonna go actually on break. This is a really very interesting topic and episode. And thank you so much for joining us.
Thank
What
you for
I would
inviting
love,
me.
I would still love you on the conclusion, which is the fourth segment, if we may.
Okay,
Are you in a
absolutely.
rush? Okay. Well,
Alright, let's
we
do
will
it.
be right back on the last segment, and please stay tuned. As I promised you earlier, I'm gonna be doing our shout out. We have a lot of comments actually. Thank you so much, and please go ahead and get there. We're going on break, so they can get there.
Yep. Go get your coffee. Go get your chips. Go get your pop.
No.
Whatever
no,
you
no,
need
no.
to do.
No.
Well, no. Well, okay.
Water
I'm
with
not-
lemon juice
okay,
is what
a
she
healthy
said.
Pop. Okay, a healthy pop.
Healthy puff.
Yeah,
Okay.
there we go. A healthy
Rice
puff.
puff. But you know,
That's an oxymoron,
I
right?
love
That sounds
it.
like jumbo shrimp, right?
I love the oxymorons.
Okay.
That's my favorite thing.
And we
is
will be
collecting
right
those.
back, guys. We're gonna have fun here.
All right, see.
We've reached the age of live streaming on social media shows. You may ask, we're already ahead of the curve, so why do you need to advertise with us? Well, only 8% of the businesses in the US are using digital advertising to grow their business. That's 2 percentage points short of reaching critical mass, which will lead to faster results. We have 20 plus shows with a reach of over 80,000. We'll give you commercial ads, website link, and connections to nonprofit organizations. So get your brand ready for digital monetization, for we are looking for sponsors, which will bring more traffic to your business and ultimately mean more sales. So let's bring the world to you. Inquire now.
Hey, welcome back to Women Empowerment, Honeybee's Women Empowerment Show. And we actually talked a lot of reasons why we need to empower women. But before we get into our last part, saying goodbye, I'm gonna go ahead and shout out to a lot of friends. I have, let's go start there. Jameson Cook, no one give a blank. Thank you, Jameson, for staying with us and watching our show. And also, Bernie say hi. Hi, Bernie. Thank you for tuning in, darling. And we have, I couldn't see all, but I'm gonna say those names that I can only see on my computer. Deborah Barnes, Ross Braddock, Harold Humphries. Hi, Harold. How are you doing, honey? Bettina, she's here. Reese Mar, Luke Marley, Kaja Chen, Krista Simon, Felicia Williams said there's our JoJo Bennington. Boris Jacqueline. Hi, Boris. How are you? Yes, please call me. Call me, please. Catalina, that is our host of Honeybees. And Letty from Hawaii. And I wish I can see them all. But anyways, thank you so much for those who tuned in today's show. And we will be back again next week, 3 p.m. on Tuesday. And if you guys missed this show, you can see it at YouTube, on Facebook, Twitter, Periscope, Twitch, Instagram, LinkedIn, Snapchat. You can see it everywhere. And also on our website, socialmediashows.com. You can also see all the different shows on our website.
They're archived.
And also, if you want to join us, please go to socialmediashows.com. And if you want to actually have your product or services or your business promoted by us, email us at info@socialmediashows.com. And next week, we're going to be back at 3 p.m. Make sure if you're from Hawaii, you have to adjust your time because we are at Pacific Standard Time. We are 3 hours ahead of you guys, so you have to adjust it backwards. If you're from New York, you have to adjust it forward because you are 3 hours ahead of us.
Yep.
Anyways, before we leave, I'm just gonna read my conclusion about this show. Women were denied a lot of opportunities and they missed out on a lot of things that would have changed their lives. However, they deserve equal opportunities for education in their careers, in that society, in this society, and so much more. Oops. Oops. I think that's the end. Yeah, they are out of order. But no, I think that's the end. That's my last one. Yes. So yes, women should step up. You know, we shouldn't, as women, we shouldn't actually feel like we are, we are worth less than anybody. Build your self-esteem, build your self-confidence, and surround your people with people who have the same mentality as yours. Yes.
And use your voice.
And use your voice. Yes.
Like be on a show like this. Come be a guest on our show.
Yes.
On one of our shows, we have lots of social media shows. We're always looking for great guests. So we'd love to invite somebody to come and speak.
Yes.
Like
Thank you for inviting me.
It's awesome. I thought of you when it
I
came
could
to the subject of health, and I'm glad you were free and you could come.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
You're the best.
Well, thank you all for being here. This was fun. I
you.
had no idea what to expect.
I enjoyed it. Come on again.
Yes.
You're gonna come on again
So
then.
I'll give a challenge. How about a challenge?
Yes, throw it down.
Say yes to something this week that you are feeling led to say no to.
Oh, yes, I love it.
Yes,
I take that challenge.
Yes.
I take that challenge, and let's report next week how we did.
Okay.
As long as it's safe, healthy, and legal.
All right.
That's right.
Say yes to something you would normally
No
say
sugar.
no to. Yeah, that's
No
great.
sugar, right?
That's a good one. That's a good challenge. And it'll
And
come.
also, yes, and also our topic last week is lucid dreams. We talk about your dreams. We normally actually do a journal for anything that we do, like, but with dreams we never, with our dreams we never write it down. So please do our challenge. Last week our challenge is to write down every day when you dream something, wake up and then write it down. Write it down because you know what, you'll never know that this might actually
Make a difference.
key.
Make a difference.
Yeah, a key.
Success.
That's
Where
right.
you
My
go.
mother taught
That's
me to
right.
write my dreams down as a child, and it was a good habit to be in of doing that. Yeah.
I always
So
had a
say
journal
yes
by
to
my...
writing your dreams down.
Yes, there you go.
Yeah.
And the
Say yes
answer,
to writing your dreams
the
down.
wisdom from that dream will come later if it doesn't come
Yes.
immediately. You,
I always
you
had
can
a book by
I
me.
believe only
Yes.
you can interpret your own dreams.
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
but
right.
if you are open to what it meant, it'll come. If it's not obvious when you have that dream, you'll find out later. Read it a month later, 10 months later. You'll find out what it meant.
Yes.
Pretty
Well,
good.
anyways, any last words, ladies, before we go?
Well, this was a wonderful show. That's
It
one
was.
thing,
I'm full.
powerful show. And that's we learned so much, and I hope that everybody else learned out there too. And about that dream too, journaling. Yeah, I always kept a journal by mine because I always woke up in the middle of my dreams and I wanted to. I wrote songs actually from.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was. I have a whole bunch of lyrics that I want. See, that's my hidden talent. I wrote
That's
gospel
amazing.
music. I have a whole bunch,
Nice.
and so that's how I got my music.
That's so,
From dreams.
it reminds me, I took a songwriting class
Yeah.
once, and that's what I was doing a little bit during that time too. Was just writing songs all the time. It's good. It's a
And I
good
had to
healthy
write
thing
by.
to do.
I got up and I wrote.
You know what?
the best-
I considered it. I
remember it.
realized I considered it my therapy. Actually,
Yeah,
I
it is.
solved my problems by writing these songs. It was so funny because I just write, and then I think of melodies to go with them, and like to this tune of this kind of song, or it was fun. It was actually a really creative and fun way to,
That's
talk
interesting.
grovel with your issues or whatever you got going on.
I guess I better
Yeah.
start writing my dreams down. Okay.
That's it?
Right.
Well, anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining us today. And stay tuned. We have 2 more other shows that's coming up. Let's Talk World. And my guest is Miss Vanessa Phelps. And also the Dark Music Television Week 2. This is a very played show, so please stay tuned. You're gonna listen and watch all those music video. Don't forget, everybody, try to say yes to something that you are led to say no. What?
Well,
Go ahead, say that again.
so if you
The
want to
challenge-
do something,
the
but you're
challenge
going,
is-
no, I don't want to go, I don't want to go, I don't want to go, and you feel the resistance, say yes.
Say yes.
So that's the challenge. To say
That's
yes
the
to
challenge.
something you would normally
Challenge
say no
yourself. Challenge yourself. Say yes to something you.
Good things happen on the other side of the resistance.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All
Thank
right.
you, everyone. Thank you. You have a great evening. We love you all.
Love you guys.
to. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Honeybees.
Thanks, girls.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Amazing. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah.